Now let's dive into curl, one of the most versatile tools for interacting with web resources directly from the command line. Curl can fetch web pages, send post requests, download files, and even interact with APIs. It's a must-have tool for developers working with the REST APIs or automation tasks. So let's start by fetching a simple web page. To do this, we will just type curl followed by the URL of the page we want to fetch. So let me type in this. So this is a simple example wherein I typed the curl followed by the URL. This will fetch the HTML content of the web page and display it right in the terminal. As we can see, we get the raw HTML of the page. While this can be useful for quick checks, but you won't probably want to see the raw HTML in most cases. Now we will see how we can refine that a bit. Now, one of the most common use cases of curl is downloading files from the web. Let's say we want to download an image or a file to our local system. To download a file, we will simply use a -o flag, that is capital O, followed by the URL of the file. For example, let's download a simple image. We will use the same example.com domain, add the flag over here, and the image that we want to download. It's getting downloaded. It's downloaded. If I show you this, as you can see, it's just downloaded over here and it's right in the directory. Now let's talk about making post requests, which are used to send data to the server. This is really helpful when interacting with the APIs or submitting the form data. To send a post request with curl, we use the -x post flag followed by the -d flag to specify the data that we want to send. Now we will be sending the data to test API. So let's start over here by writing curl -x post followed by -d, and the data that we want to send to this URL. Now in this example, we are sending the data with name as John and age as 30 to the endpoint http://bin.org/post. -d indicates that we are sending the data as a key value pair. And here, as we can see, the server responds with the JSON object that contains the data we just sent, confirming that the request was successful. Now let's talk about working with the APIs that accept JSON data. When you are working with modern APIs, you often need to send and receive data in the JSON format. Here's how to do that. To send JSON data, we need to include the appropriate content type header, and we can use the -H flag to set custom headers. Here's an example where we are sending a JSON object to an API. So in this particular example, what I will do is I will head over to here, add a -h, content type is the header name. I want to send application JSON, and after -d, what I will do is I will simply get rid of this key value pair that we were sending earlier. I will put single quotes and curly braces. Inside that, I will add my key value pair for JSON. The data that we sent earlier will remain the same. So now we will hit enter. Notice the H flag. This sets the content type header to application JSON, telling the server we are sending the JSON data. The -d flag contains the actual JSON data that we are sending as a string within single quotes. As you can see, the server responds with the JSON object and it includes the data we just sent, confirming the API received it properly. There are some additional curl options as well. For example, if For basic authentication, you can use -u, -i for fetching the HTTP headers from a URL. So that can also be considered. Since it is too vast, everything cannot be covered in a single video. If you want, I can just comment it out. I will create a separate video for that.